Welcome back to Two Douchey Guys for another beer review. What's on tap this time?
Nothing. We have a can. It's Sho'nuff from Against the Grain Brewery.
Out of
Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, if you watched one of our videos before, you'll see that we are going down there for Bo and Luke. This one is not Bo and Luke. It is classified as a Belgian ale, or Belgian style ale. On there they have, I think it says Golden Ale printed on the can.
Beer for the bad mother, it says.
Yes, but let's get it open.
Let's do it. Let's open that. We were down there recently.
Yep, that one you could feel immediately as you popped it. Highly carbonated.
We were down there at Against the Grain recently in Louisville and picked up a few things that they had available for carry out, and we enjoyed a few beers. They had a Randall infuser going.
Randall the enamel animal, created by Dogfish Head.
It was a nice little unit. And they floated a live hop, a fresh hop on it. It was kind of neat, but it was, it was purely gimmick. But we had a good time. The food was good. I had some really good nachos down there. So, today, we've got the Golden Ale.
Now, you pour it, lives up to the name, nice golden yellow color, slightly darker than a straw yellow, very clear.
Very clear. It's got a real nice finger thick. This guy's finger thick head too.
It is highly carbonated, which you do expect from a Belgian style ale. Like I said, as soon as I ruptured the can, you could feel the pressure like kind of pop the lid.
Yeah.
We had a tad bit of an overflow, but anyway, nice creamy white head, lots of loose bubbles.
It is very creamy. That's a gorgeous one.
Let's get a nose.
Okay, this reminds me of something we've had recently, and it was a salted. It's almost a.
Yeah, I do get the beer that I think you're referring to is the Goza.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I'm not getting a lot of the traditional Belgian flavors out of this. I'm getting a lot of the Pilsner malt, and I just assume this is a Pilsner malt based beer, but I'm getting the Pilsner-y kind of smell. I'm getting a little bit of like the sea salt type of smell that we had. Yeah. I'm not getting a lot of the esters that you get from a traditional Belgian style beer, unless it's Blue Moon, which isn't real.
Wow.
But I'm actually getting a lot of grass in this. And traditionally, Belgian beers, you shouldn't get too many hops out of it, at least a Belgian style. We're not using a Belgian pale, it's a Belgian style.
So far for me, it's the saltiness. I get a lot of salt and the
Pilsner.
Yeah. Well, no, there's the esters from the yeast, or some of the esters are.
I'm not getting any esters.
Really? It's not fruity though. It's how do I describe that?
Pilsner malt.
I guess we can go with that. But anyway, it's typical of the style. I mean,
let's get a taste.
We have to. It's what we do. Tastes about the same.
I'm getting a slight tart, like
real
slight. But after that, Pilsner, bready type of malt.
Very bready.
I'm not getting any of the salt flavor. Which I don't believe it's brewed with any kind of salt whatsoever. I'm just saying that's what we get from it.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. There is a little bit. It's almost like it's in the head though. You get some head. You drink, and there's almost salt.
There's no one under the table.
There's a slight saltiness to it, but the bread takes over so fast and so predominant.
There's a little bit of tartness, dominated by the bready nature of the malt. You do get a tad bit of the salty kind of flavor, but
just barely.
I mean, basically, it's all Pilsner malt.
It is,
flavor.
And it's thin. It's a thin. It doesn't coat your mouth. It just slides off your tongue. I mean, it's a thin beer.
Honestly, It almost reminds me of one of the first homebrews that I did, where you get like the cardboardy type of malt taste to it. I mean, it tastes better than that, but
Reminds me of a saltine cracker. It's
yeah.
a little crackery.
Yeah, I'm just not getting a lot out of it.
And I think that hint of salt helps with that saltine reference too, you know? I mean,
Now, a little bit of the controversy that I'm having is, according to Rate Beer, it is a Belgian style ale. According to the can, it is a, quote, low down golden ale. Now, that's up to, obviously, interpretation. But we are going to go with Rate Beer. Normally we would go with the can, but the description is nowhere near sufficient.
well, and I'm not sure what golden ale is versus...
Yeah. So, let's get a rating. Let's start with style. Rate Beer. Again, we're not influenced by the style or by the ratings of anybody else or anything like that. For style, they gave it a 35, and this is on a 100 scale. Overall, they gave it a 37. So,
wow. No, yeah, okay. So, for my own judgment on style, I'm going to give it a 7. I don't find it, you know, I don't find it unappealing, and I think it does characterize some of the qualities of the style. But I don't know that execution's top notch, but I think it's their interpretation of the style, and I think that's part of the reason they call it a golden ale. But I don't find it unflattering either. So I'll give it a 7. Did I say 7? 7.5.
7.
Let's take a 7.
For me, I don't, and it's tough because I try not to weigh too much of interpretation of a style. That being said, Three Floyds does tons of interpretations of style. So I'm going to give this one, I'm going to give it a 5.
Wow.
For me, if you're going to say it's a Belgian style ale, I need the esters in there. I do. I need the banana clovey type of esters. I need something of a Belgian style. For me to just put Pilsner malt in there and call it a golden ale or a Belgian style, it's not good enough. I need it to have the traditional type of smell, at least a hint of it, and I'm not getting that. I'm getting grass, I'm getting the Pilsner malt, and I'm getting a little bit of sea salt type of, dryness from it. I'm not getting anything that would say to me, hey, this is a Belgian style at all. I'm not getting that at all. To me, this is almost like a Kolsch in a way, just based on the malt in it. That's not what it is. And for me, for it to not hit on any of the classifications of a Belgian style, no. I'm 5.
And unfortunately, to rate it as a golden ale, what is a golden ale?
A golden ale, for me, from what I've seen, is essentially a lager, only you used ale yeast, basically.
That's probably fairly better description than a Belgian.
And unfortunately, it's not labeled as that, so we can't go with that. Also, the color, if you base anything off of the SRM color scale, if you homebrew or whatever, you know what that means, but this is too dark to be a Kolsch. So, Belgian style ale it is, and I'm giving it a 5.
Okay. So, overall, I think I'll go 6.5. I don't dislike the beer. I actually enjoy its breadiness, its cracker quality, but it's thin. It's not really, and it's not something I probably won't go out of my way again. If I see it on the shelf, I'll probably walk past, unfortunately. I have to say that because it's just not my style.
Yeah. For me, I actually like the taste of Pilsner malt. It's the bready, crackery nature. I actually do enjoy. I just can't see where I place this on my everyday drinking.
Right.
Like, if I'm going to a lake, I'm not going to pick this. If I'm just chilling after work and I want a quick beer, I'm not going to pick this either, probably. But I'm actually going to bump it up, though. I'm going to give it a 6 because I do like the Pilsner malt taste. The flavor combinations actually isn't bad. It's just the fact that it doesn't fit the category in which it's labeled for style. So, overall, though, 6. The taste isn't bad. The flavor's not bad, but it's not great really at anything across the board.
Yeah, and I have to say that, you know, on the overall, it's like you said, I'm not going to go out of my way and buy this. I'm probably going to walk past it. If I'm at a lake and there's other options, I might walk past. But if it's really the only thing that's there, I have no problem drinking this.
Yeah, I'm obviously going to pick this over any of the big three.
I would.
And I'll pick this over a lot of the gold or blonde ales that I find.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick it over any of the Belgian styles though, because it doesn't have anything to me that is even close. And if we are wrong, if Rate Beer is wrong as far as the style category, I'll fully accept responsibility for not giving it a good enough grade, but it's what it says it is, so that's what I got to go with.
So there's our rating for the Sho'nuff from Against the Grain. Now,
The can artwork though, I actually do like that.
yeah, I do. I like what they do with their cans. Number one.
Well, actually,
and
this is the first Against the Grain beer I've had out of a can.
number two, I really like what they do on their heavy dark beers.
Yeah.
So it's don't ever think that Against the Grain's a slump when it comes to making good beer, because they can nail it.
Yeah.
This just might not be
Yeah,
it.
as I say, I don't mean to take away from them. I like the brewery,
Definitely.
just not a fan of this one.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Yeah.
2DG, keeping it real.
Like, comment, subscribe. 2DG.
Have a good one.